Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, saints, ain'ts, members, friends, y'all know the rest. Welcome to another episode of Unscripted. And you know who it is? Your host, Guy's Girl. Look, y'all, for real, seriously, all jokes aside, we're about to shut the whole internet down this night with the incredible, amazing, beautiful, anointed, intelligent Gloria Williams. Listen. Whatever you do tonight, don't mute me. You're in for a treat. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
I've always been known as the one with few words, one who hid behind a smile, one who concealed her hurt and pain, one who let her insecurities keep her bound, one who cried herself to sleep at night, wondering when this storm would end or when this table would turn or when this life would change. And then I found you, and you gave me purpose and you gave me light, and I discovered that I can't make it without you. This first song is off of my album, Unmute Me, entitled, I Can't Make It Without You. You give me peace, you give me joy, you give me everything I desire, everything that I need. Lord, I want some more of your goodness, mercy, and amazing grace. That's why I keep chasing after you till I win this race. 'Cause I decided long ago that I can't make it, just won't make it on my own. And though we've been made till for a night, I won't see morning without you inside my life. 'Cause I tried, I can't make it without you. I can't make it without you. I tried and tried to do it my way, but there is no way I make it without you. I can't make it without you. I can't make it without you. I tried and tried to do it my way, but there is no way I make it without you. When times are changing through tribulations, you know that I know that there is no way I can make it without you in my life. So every day, in every way, I give you the glory, the honor. I praise you for loving and blessing me one more time. 'Cause I decided long ago that I can't make it, just won't make it on my own. And though we've been made till for a night, I won't see morning without you inside my life. 'Cause I tried, I can't make it without you. I can't make it without you. I tried and tried to do it my way, but there is no were missing in my life. And you give me something real, and you showed me how it feels to be loved. You're the greatest of them all. You're the definition of Lord. Thank you for being real love.
Hey y'all, hey guys, girl in the building. Welcome back to another episode of Unscripted with guess who? Me, guys, girl. We are in for a treat tonight. And I know I always say that, but guess what? I always mean it. Because I'm only going to bring you the best people in the community, the best artists, the best entertainers. I'm only going to bring you the best people. So that's that. So tonight we are so favored to have the incredible, amazing, pretty girl extraordinaire, Gloria Williams in the building. Hey, Glo.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, girl. Look, y'all, what I realized today, I've known of Gloria for about 10
Yeah, it has
years.
about 10 years.
Or better, actually. Wow. Just, you know, we met through a mutual church relationship, and I've always enjoyed her as a worship leader, and now just seeing her, you know, with her books and her own CD or what have you. But today was the first time I actually had a full-blown conversation with her. So today I got to meet Miss Gloria Williams, and I'm telling you, it has been incredible. This woman of God is amazing. So, hey girl.
Hey.
How you feel?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me today.
Welcome to Unscripted. We just are so grateful for you. And it's been a little bit of warfare trying to get you in here, but you know, I told Tori, I said, the oil gonna flow in here today. Cause it's been this been going on for what, weeks?
Yeah.
So here we are. And God has exceeded our expectation in so many different ways. There's so much going on behind the set. Y'all would not even, whoo, we just gonna take a deep breath. Just know, God is here, okay? We got the Holy Ghost in these social media streets, okay? Gloria,
Yes.
let's see what we're gonna talk about, girl. First, let's talk about Unmute Me, your CD, and your book, Don't Forget to Be. You just go at it in whatever order you prefer.
Okay, so Unmute Me, I released in 2013. So the backstory behind the title Unmute Me is that until I probably was maybe around 25, 26, my family called me a functional mute. And so I had the ability to speak, but I didn't really speak. And so when God called me into ministry, they started calling me a mute with a message.
What?
And and that I was licensed as a minister not 3 days after God had told me to deliver a story. It ended up being a sermon. I ended up preaching a sermon, and 3 days later they licensed me as a minister, and they started calling me a mute with a message. And so my brother Kavaris Fruits, who produced the CD, he actually came up with the title Unmute Me. And then it's just been my life motto. And it started off with just like my voice, but it evolved to unmuting my presence. Like I found out that so much in my life I was there, but I wasn't there. Like I just kind of like went through life because I was so insecure. I was so sheltered, and I wanted to be invisible. And so I didn't really fully be present in the atmosphere.
Wow, that is incredible. You know, just you don't even think, people don't realize that most of the people sometimes that they see on stages out front are really introverts to their soul. And can I testify? Because in my real life, I am extremely quiet. Like, you know, I talk people's head off when I want to talk to them, but how many times I look at this phone, I'm like, no. Yeah. or it doesn't even ring that much because people know
Yeah.
that that's just not me. You know, it's just not my MO. So I completely get that. And just, you know, building on you as a vocalist, how long have you been singing? When did you know that gift and talent was with you? Like, how did it all happen?
So I've been singing all my life. I grew up. My mom is a musician, so she came to Norfolk on a scholarship to Norfolk State as a music majoring with her flute. But my music background comes from my mom's side. So my grandfather, which is my mom's father, he was a professional musician. And he taught all his children how to play instruments. And so he was like one of my main inspirations. His number one instrument was the guitar. And so that's why I had picked up the guitar from being inspired by him. And so music has always been a part of my life since a baby.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. And you and your mom are so cute. I remember, was it Christmas or something? Y'all came up and you was singing and she was on her flute. I said, look at them, they so cute. I said, I wondered, like, do y'all do that a lot, or was that just like a little holiday treat y'all gave us?
It started on Mute Me. She's actually featured in To God Be the Glory, my tribute, and that's the only song that I didn't write on the CD. Andre Crouch, my tribute, is on it, and she's the flutist is playing in that. And so for us going out, I've always been a volunteer, so I volunteered at schools and nursing homes or like seniors. So I would ask my mom, like, can you come with me to this and whatever. So that's how it started. Like she would come with me and we would like do duets and play together.
That's exciting. That is so cool. Okay, well, now you've written this incredible book. Like, we already knew you could sing. I said, oh, but she's a writer too. I'm like, look, you're just doing it all, honey. Just give us everything that God gave you, okay? Just give us all of it. So tell us about Don't Forget to Be.
Yes, so as I was saying earlier, I used to always think Unmute Me was just about my voice, because I was so quiet, I didn't want to speak. And then God showed me it was bigger than just my voice. It was my presence. And so what Don't Forget to Be is a presence. I call myself a presence advocate now. And so I live so much in the shadows. I understand like the importance of being seen, the importance of being fully present in your environment, of knowing that your worth and that you should be confident enough to be seen wherever you are, to be vocal wherever you are. And so that's what Don't Forget to Be is, and that's the whole movement. I call it a movement because it's inspiring children that you can do anything in the world, but the greatest thing you'll ever do is to be yourself. And and how I like translate that to children when I first tell them, I'm like, being is your light. So it's like shining your light wherever you go. And so that's why my color is yellow. And like her dress is yellow in the book. Like that's so it's basically saying like your light, God's light in me. I'm shining my light and I'm being. And so it's like the evolution of Unmute Me is being.
That is awesome. And you know what? This is so cool because God's girl hear God. Because it was like burning in me that I had to wear yellow today. I didn't know I was going to match the color. Girl, look. I'm about to be the new mascot for the Gloria Williams Unmute Me, Don't Forget to Be movement. Can I be it? Can I be the mascot?
Yeah.
God's girl in the building. I want to show up and be loud, maybe with a little costume on, but like God's girl in the building. And I need the matching bracelets. If y'all didn't notice, Gloria has the bracelets, and she actually made the character have the bracelets on too, the same little cross bracelet.
Yes, and so the character is actually my little sister who was stillborn. And her name is Harmony Peace. And so the tagline for the book is, on our quest for success, we often forget that the greatest things in life are free. To live in harmony and peace, don't forget to be. And so it's so many different elements of the book. It's like in honor of harmony.
Right.
And so I get to see my sister alive.
Wow. Gloria, any Kleenex? No.
So it's so many different elements, and so so I actually created like little logos, and so the book is an illustrated poem, which is also a companion song, the same lyrics to the song. And so her name isn't actually introduced, other than like the creativity of putting it in the tagline. And so I put little an emblem on her, like different categories. So like on the front is the emblem on her necklace is the H, which is actually 421, which is her birthday, April 21st. In an H. And so I did it's like little bits and pieces throughout. When I say I like, I put so much into every little detail of the book. And so my illustrator was amazing. She's actually an Italian illustrator. She's from Italy. And I created all the source files. I ordered all the source files. And so I was able to make changes of doing little things like putting logos in, putting in my matching braces, for the Holy Trinity crosses, and just making it and putting it.
Wow. I'm just listening to you. This is such an incredible example of how God transitions our pain. And you were able to turn it into something beautiful, magnificent, that we can all share and glean from. And even see that we can do the same thing with ours. Like, that is awesome. Like, nobody would ever know all that unless you said so. And I also love the fact, you didn't just write the book and make a CD just to make money. And we thank God that he does give us the ability to create wealth. But this is literally your heart and soul in a book, on a CD. Girl, that is awesome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, Gloria Williams. It just keeps getting better and better, girl.
Thank
Lord,
you.
Lord, I don't have no Kleenex. Stop messing with me. Okay, let me get back to these questions because, I'm real crazy. And I say this probably every show because I just want people to understand that I'm not confused. I got medication on the shelf and all that. It's all right. It's okay. But I just have such a soft, squishy heart, just sensitive to God things. And this is just like making me all warm and fuzzy on the inside. So I got to keep moving because we'll never get finished when I start getting warm and fuzzy, because that's that. So we're talking about that, because this is ministry. This is entertainment, which is business, but this is also ministry. And we were even talking about, the merging of the two. And you made such an incredible statement that just blew my mind, talking about marrying the business mind with the servant heart. And the testimony that you gave with that, baby, I think, look, don't even look at me. Just pick that camera right there and let it all out.
So I could just share a little bit. So my background, I have an undergrad degree in accounting from Virginia Tech, and a master's in business administration from Old Dominion. And then my last degree was a master's in divinity from Virginia Union University. And so because my background is in accounting and administration, one of my passions is seeing systems and seeing things. I know that with systems, how things can work efficiently, you can save money. And so when it comes to churches or nonprofits, anything that is run off, more geared off that passion of your heart, sometimes we can have that passion. We can have that skill and creativity, but we don't have the business mindset. Okay, I need these systems in place because I'm just want to focus on this. And that is good. We can outsource, but we have to know that the importance and the necessity of having systems, of having administration. And so I believe that it is a part of stewardship. It is a part of honoring God when you make sure that you marry the two. And that's not saying you have to be the best of administrator, but you have to know the necessity of it so that you can get the help, so that you can put the systems in place. And oftentimes, when people or organizations do not put the necessary systems in place, they usually feel like they don't have enough time to do it.
Right.
But setting aside time to do those necessary things will save so much time and so much money in the future. And it's just but you have to learn, and you have to have that buy-in of knowing how necessary this is, how necessary training is, how necessary standard operating procedures are. And I like to think of it, if it's something that was your baby and you know that this was something that God has given you, and you know that it's something that is purpose beyond you, that's bigger than you, that's going to last beyond you and after you're gone, then your mindset should be, I need some policies, I need some systems in place because I don't want my ministry to die with me because God has made it bigger than what I am. And so that is a passion of mine because I have that background in accounting and administration, but then I also am a minister and a servant of God. And so when I look at things, I often look at systems.
And it's true because we talk about it all the time, you know, order. In a nutshell, it's order and integrity.
Yes.
And you really shouldn't, I'm not going to say can't because people do it all the time, unfortunately, but you shouldn't build anything without the foundation of order and integrity. Even we were talking about something, I need to upgrade my personal equipment and devices. And I already took the plunge and upgraded my phone, and I just thought it was just the final hour, because I was just in love with the other carrier. I ain't gonna be what's the word? Pubbing these people because they not paying me, but we're gonna talk later, y'all. I need to be a brand ambassador for quite a few things because I spend a lot of money on a lot of things, so I need to be the brand ambassador of it. I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay. So as I was saying, you know, I upgraded the phone, and at first I thought it was just the end of the world, but I ended up falling in love with it. And then in addition, I need a new laptop, and we were having a conversation with, if I get this, will that work? And then he was saying, well, you could get that, and it would work, and this, but, and then we stuck that but in there, if you get the one I actually need, it will just be a better look. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just go with the better look because in the end, I'm going to end up having it anyway. Like I said, more money, more time, more resources wasted. So just go ahead and make that investment of time, order, just whatever investment needs to be made. Yeah. Make it in the beginning, and then you won't find yourself suffering in the end.
Yeah, and the thing I learned is that I started off when I first graduate undergrad in corporate America, and they know the importance of it.
Right.
You know, it was a part of our job description to update our standard operating procedures and our desktop procedures. It doesn't matter what position you were. It was a part of the culture because they understand the importance of it. But getting that translated to the churches or nonprofits, that's a bigger feat to take on but they need to get into that because I believe that is showing our stewardship to God, that we are taking care of his resources because we are putting in the plans and the systems. Yeah.
Listen, we're going to take a little break. Look, y'all, Gloria Williams, is it a pleasure to meet her? She's beautiful, anointed, talented, and professional.
Thanks.
And I appreciate your professionalism because I'm a professional too. Look, y'all, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back with Unscripted with God's Girl.
This song is the companion song from our recently published children's book entitled Don't Forget to Be, which inspires children that you can do anything in the world, but the greatest thing you'll ever be is yourself. So conquer the world, but don't forget to be. Brave the deepest ocean, climb the highest tree, explore the world near and far, but don't forget to be. Smile the brightest smile, give your best cheerfully, spread joy to the world, but don't forget to be. Ask the boldest questions, dream the biggest dreams, change the world with your imagination, but don't forget to be. There are endless possibilities in this world you can choose, and the greatest of them all is simply being you. So be bold, be true, be free, be you. There's only one quite like you, you see. Conquer the world, but don't forget to be. Don't forget to be. You see, in our quest for success, we often forget that the greatest things in life are free. To live in harmony and peace, don't forget to be. gotta show up. You gotta speak up. You gotta be. You here.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to Unscripted with Guys Girl. We got Miss Gloria Williams in the house, reminding us, don't forget to be. Girl, that was tight. We have the book and also the companion song. Girl, you just leave no stones unturned. No, like, girl, I can't pick all that. You know what I'm saying? You're taking notes. So if you see me come out with a book and an album to go with it, don't act like you ain't know I was going to do it, okay? Gloria, do not try to fry me. Like, oh, she just did that. Like, yeah, I did. Because you was on my show, so I took your stuff that you did on my show, and I just did it better. No, we stop.
You know what?
Because I'm going to call you for help because you got all the systems. See how I use that?
Yeah.
See how I use that prophecy? That's how people be stealing people's prophecies. Girl, no, we stop. Okay. Gloria, I can't tell you nothing. You laugh at everything, girl. I can't tell you nothing. Okay, Gloria. Okay, Gloria. Okay, Gloria. I said I was not really going to be like the COVID police, but I don't know. It's necessary. It's necessary to talk about it because this is where we are. The whole entire world is being impacted. And I think it is important to get everybody's view because people who may live a life similar to yours, you can tell them some things that might help them. People that live a life similar to mine, I can tell them some things that will help them. So I found it necessary to kind of get everybody's little testimony about, you know, how they're functioning in the pandemic. Like, how did it, if it did, change anything about your life mentally, financially, spiritually? You know, how did it impact you?
Well, this Don't Forget to Be actually evolved like from in the pandemic.
Oh,
so
it birthed in the pandemic.
In the pandemic. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I was on the brink of something that could have happened, but it because of the pandemic, it stopped.
Okay.
And I believe that the pandemic actually showed me God's grace because I was on the brink of something that was a good idea or a good plan, you know, a solid plan. But God gave me the grace. He blocked what was good so that I could.
For what was God.
Yes. And he showed me like, oh yeah, daughter, that's good. But I want to like show you your dreams. I want to like restore your dreams. And so like,
He was like, unmute me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I ain't want to leave. He was like, unmute me, girl.
And so the week before we went on shutdown, I was a part of this class called Our Entrepreneurship. Okay. And the instructor is Atiba Gaines. And we went to one class. I remember me and my friend Brielle, we went to one class. And then from that, the pandemic happened. So the class and stuff was shut down. But from that, she sent out a link saying she has an organization called Unreasonable Kids, which helps train children to be social entrepreneurs. So that's basically picking a problem in your community and building a business around it. So that's what a social entrepreneur is. And so she had this business. She was like, well, I'm reaching out to these entrepreneurs all over the world, and y'all are welcome to come into these Zooms. I'm just asking them, can they just have virtual breakfasts and lunches? And so from that, in the Zooms, it was so crazy. She would, right after the person would present, and there were some people, like some incredible people from literally all over the world, she would unmute me and Bria at the very beginning. She was, and like not even, no talk to us. Mind you, we only went to that one class. She doesn't even know us. And so after they were presenting, she would be like, yeah, okay, Gloria has a question for you. I'm muting her now. Mind you, look, I'm unmuted, but I still need so you need a
pre-mute to the mute.
And so from that, it probably was like maybe a series of maybe like 10 interviews. So by the time the 10th one, that's how I found out Presence Advocate. Because by the time I kept telling them what my intro was, and I was like, by the end, I was like, hi, I'm Gloria Williams. My motto is unmute me. It's about, I'm a presence app. Like, it just evolved into that. Wow. And so on the course of the Zooms, Brielle actually had sent her an email asking if she could be our mentor. And she was like, agreed. And so in May, we had our first mentor meeting, a virtual Zoom, me, her, and Brio. And at the end of it, she was like, okay, what are y'all working on? And Brio was like, her own music, which is now out. And then I was like, well, I always wanted to write a children's book. And then she was like, well, I'll give you 3 months. I was like, wait, what? Like, what? And so that was May, and it ended up being 6 months. It was in June when God actually gave me the book, the title. And it started off with the song, and I woke up and I was like singing the song, and I was like, oh, this can be the book. And so, yeah, so that came and it opened up a brand new world. And also in the Zooms, I met an actress. Her name is Carly Shiraki, and she, I linked up with her, and she actually has a show on Disney. And I had told her about my book, and she, I asked her any resources about children content creators, something I did not even know, but now I'm a children content creator. But I didn't even know this thing existed. And so she linked me up with an organization that now I'm part of, Children Media Association. And because of the pandemic, I have access to it because there are stationed in New York, and there's two chapters in LA. And because of the pandemic, they opened it up worldwide. So all of these things, like, you know, I say like like everything. And like my very first event with them, it was her story time. And they kept talking about voice the whole time. I was like, oh my God, Jesus, this is like this is you. And all the presenters at the story time, they were all minorities, and they all spoke about representation. And my view of children media changed completely. I thought I was just writing a book, and I was like, oh my God, this is so much greater. It is so much greater. And so that's what really inspired me to say, oh no, I want to learn how to be a children content creator, because that's the age where you can really build them up and mold them and help change the perspective of things that are like oppressive now. And so that's like my whole motivation is I want to help children to see that, you know what, even a little Black girl can change the world.
Right.
That you can see the character of a Black girl, and she doesn't have to just be for Black girls. No, she has the potential that she can change the entire world. Like she can be an inspiration and an icon to the entire world. And so like all of that happened in the pandemic, and I'm just like, okay, God, like, and like
in the pandemic. You know, it's a lot you just said right there. It just really speaks to the mind of God, and it's so much bigger than ours. And he'll give us something, and it might look like a speck, but what we're looking at, the one little seed, and he sees the whole apple tree, like he sees the whole garden, the whole field that's going to feed thousands of people. And don't discount anything that God is telling you or showing you, or don't even discount the lack of resources or whatever, because if you just move in obedience, he will breathe on it. And then something else important that you were saying, just about in the pandemic. Honestly, those of us that yet remain, and we just, have a second of silence for those that God took to be with him in the pandemic because of COVID or what have you. But from my angle, my view, those of us that remain, God has prospered in the pandemic, given new ideas, new businesses, new ministries, even just a fresh outlook on life. It's just been incredible hearing the testimonies of the people that are really moving in the kingdom. And with that being said, you kind of answered it, but I just want you to be a little bit more specific about what did you learn new about yourself in the pandemic?
Ooh. I definitely have developed more trust in myself. And I would say that in terms of, I know it's the children's book, I think that's the most difficult thing I've ever done, like just the whole process, because I was always someone, since I was always in the background, I always had people around me who were leaders. So I have older sisters. I'm the baby girl, the baby living girl. And I always had older sisters. I always had all my friends. It's so crazy. Like all my friends are just really like powerhouse people. Like, and so I never really had to be vocal because God always had people around me who would speak for me. And this project was all me. I had to learn every step. And so I had to like be the full business person. I had to fire. I had to like do all that stuff. And that was terrifying for me, like to like go through all the process. So this was, I learned that I am more, that I can be more, that I can be a leader, that I can lead, that God, because what God was showing me in this season is that, yes, people are going to be there to help you, but I gave the vision to you. And I'm going to need for you to be able to cultivate what that looks like to in order to translate that and communicate it, because the vision I gave you is specific, and I want you to be able to know that you can lead the people and lead the team and the help into the right direction that I have given you. So that's what I've learned, and it's like night and day to know that I didn't even talk. So it's like crazy that I didn't even talk, and now like God said, no, you are a leader. Right. You are a leader, and you're gonna have to open up your mouth, and you're gonna have to speak for yourself, because I gave the vision to you.
Right. As you were talking, I just heard, I think it's in Romans somewhere. Sometimes I don't always know the address, but I got the application.
Yes.
But yes, where you say, all of creation is eagerly waiting for the manifestation of the true sons of God. And what I'm noticing in this season, voices like yours that have been, not on the backside, but the true voice, has been on the backside, and other voices are coming forth. And people that were, I hate to say nobody, just nobody in the social media are now becoming superstars. Just God is forcing us to come forward and say and be and do, and because it's pure, it's authentic, it's not for money, it's not for notoriety, it's really so that God's name can be made great and his voice can be heard. So I'm so glad you answered the call. Just how you broke down all the specifics of how he gave you, the character. That's just amazing. All the details, like just one of them little details is going to be life-changing to somebody. Yeah. My goodness, how many people have, even just that story alone, having lost a loved one, just from the birth realm, just how many people are mourning that, and now they know they can turn that piece into something beautiful, to bless other people. So I am just grateful for your obedience, because I know it's not easy.
Oh, Jesus. No.
But it's so worth it. Even I almost jumped out of my chair because something you said about this project is a piece that I need for something that I'm working on. So you about to unmute me and don't even know it. Like literally, I'm like, wow, God, I'm almost in tears. I can't even talk about it right now. I'm almost in tears just thinking about it, because we're many members, one body. And when we just come together and start, so how much more we can do.
Yes.
And so I'm just so grateful for Gloria Williams. Look, y'all, okay. We're going to get out of here in a second, but you're a pretty girl, So we just kind of got to touch on this thing, because whenever, well, first of all, I don't want to assume you're single. So I don't know. Okay. If you're single, raise your hand. If you're not, just leave it down, and then we just won't even go to that. Oh, girl, you gonna raise your knee bones and your big toe? Girl,
I'm for real single. I'm for real.
Girl, come on, for real single. Don't come DMing me if you married, got a girlfriend, or a bae single, right? That kind of single. Yes. Me too. How about it? Look, y'all. Okay, well, here it is.
Oh, God.
Are you taking applications? Are you just like,
I'm saying, don't come unless God sent you.
I know that's right. Don't come. And I quote,
Yes.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Lest God. She was grammatically correct and everything the whole interview. But let me tell you this here. Don't come lest God sent you. And I support that. How about everybody understand? I know you understand. Matter of fact, we're going to make sure we got the caption under this one so that they can't hear it, they can read it. We're going to get it translated in every language, right? Because, you know, it's international. So you might, muchacho and them might try to holler at you, you know, somebody Chinese, Japanese, or whoever. We just want to make sure it's understood in all languages, all ethnicities, all nationalities. Don't come lest God sent you. Girl, that's going to preach all by itself. Come on, preacher.
Yes, I mean, because majority of my, part of the Unmute Me, I was very, very insecure. I didn't really love myself. And so to come into the light, to like, and I'm loving myself. I know, you know, I enjoy time, you know, I know how much of a great person I am.
Yes.
And it's not even like cocky type of thing, but you understand your worth and your value. And it's just like, I just, you know, I don't like wasting energy. I don't really have, you know, I spend a lot of my time volunteering, creating, working. So I don't have a lot of time to waste on.
You are well aware. Yeah, you are well aware of the treasure God put in that jar.
Yes.
And that's that. Listen, Gloria. I don't want to say amen. I don't want to have a benediction, girl. Oh man, we're gonna have to have a part 2, like after you blow up and start traveling and just, you know, when you get a little break and come back. If you can take a little bit of time for little old us.
Yes.
We would love to see this, because I just believe just in the next 365 days, you know, God will have increased this to where you've seen it, because I know he's shown you, and then some. I just believe that, and I just want to agree with you on that's what God gonna do. Yes. So we gonna schedule you for, what's today's date? 365 days, 2022. We gonna come back and have a talk about it. Is that all right?
Yes.
Is that all right with y'all? Can we come back and talk about it, girl?
Yes. I really enjoyed myself today.
Oh, man. Did you have any, like, final thought? Anything you just want to leave with the people? Because you just, girl, dropping mics all over the place.
Well, you can follow me at I Am Gloria Williams on either Instagram or Facebook. Also, my website is www.iamgloriawilliams.com. On the website, you can purchase my book. You can get it autographed. You can also purchase my CD. You can also download my song, and all of my songs are on all of the digital outlets. So iTunes, Spotify, anything that you can play on, they're there. So this the CD is Unmute Me. And the book is called Don't Forget to Be, and also the companion song is called Don't Forget to Be. And so, yeah, that's pretty much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, y'all, until the next time, you can mute me, because I'm done. Thanks for listening, God's girl.
Bye, y'all.